Alright, this is going to be a part 4 of my updated Thomas & Friends DVD collection. So what I did on part 1, 2, and 3, I showed you these Thomas DVDs, including I already showed you this one as well. Well, this time, I'm going to show you, on part 4, I'm going to show you my Thomas DVD collection, but this time without a case, which I have it in here, and this one will be the last part of that. And before I show you these, most of the Thomas DVDs are burned homemade DVD copies. Actually, some are ISO homemade DVD copies. I mean, most of these are homemade ISO copies, which they use the real DVD contents. Some are used to the real DVD. Some are just the actual real DVDs, just like Best of Thomas. And some of the regular Thomas DVDs without the homemade ISO reprint burn copies, and some are my own homemade copy, that were from a real DVD, and some are custom homemade Thomas DVDs, and some the VHS that never had a DVD release. So yeah, and sampler Thomas DVDs. So yeah. All right, let's get the show on the road. All right. Start first. Here's Best of Thomas 2001 DVD, the first Thomas & Friends DVD from Anchor Bay in Gull Lane. Here's Make Someone Happy 2002 DVD. And in case you're wondering, but this is actually a homemade DVD. It looks like it's actually like a burn homemade DVD, but it still uses the 2002 content. Still uses the real 2002 DVD. I'll tell you the reasons why I said that. I'd be able to burn DVDs using ISO image files. The reason why I did that is because I use Internet Archive, and I found if it says ISO image, and I just click download, then I burn the disk, and when I tested it, it works, plays like the real content. So yeah. So anyways, here's Make Someone Happy 2002 DVD, the first Thomas Friends DVD from which is Alec Baldwin. So yeah. Here's Best of James 2002 DVD. It's actually I just had to make the new copy because the first copy I burned for this is actually my first copy, my very first Thomas DVD I burned, which is this copy. Because this copy I have right here, the intro is kind of messed up and it's kind of a little skip. The intro is messed up and incomplete. So yeah, but this one is better. So yeah, works pretty good. Here's Races, Rescues, and Runaways 2002 DVD, which is Alec Baldwin. Here's Best of Percy 2002 DVD. Well, the VHS was originally from 2001, but yeah. It's a homemade DVD, but it's the original content. Here's Salty Secrets 2002 DVD. Yeah, I drew a picture of Salty myself. So yeah. Yeah, it's actually the first Thomas DVD and the only Thomas DVD, which is season 6, which is just Gull Lane. So yeah. Here's Thomas Christmas Wonderland 2002 DVD. Well, the real copy of the DVD is very rare, hard to find, but it's a good thing someone already uploaded to Internet Archive, which is an ISO file. So thanks for someone else who did that. I can't remember who did it, but yeah. I don't have a CD sampler that come with that. The DVD of Thomas Christmas Wonderland was very rare to find. It's a good thing I finally burned it, so I don't have to worry about getting that Thomas Christmas Wonderland on DVD. So yeah. This is actually the last Thomas Gull Lane DVD This is actually the last Gull Lane Thomas DVD without Hit Entertainment to be completed. So yeah, if I have all my Thomas and Friends Gull Lane DVD without before they had the Hit Entertainment one. So yeah. Now here's the very first Thomas DVD that shows Hit Entertainment, but for some reason that's only at the end of the Percy's Chocolate Crunch with the Nick Jr. one. Here's Percy's Chocolate Crunch 2003 DVD. Yeah. Here's Best of Gordon 2003 DVD. Here's Thomas and Friends Snowy Surprise 2003 DVD. Which is Alec Baldwin and George Carlin. 2004 DVD. First Thomas DVD, I believe, in 2004. Thomas and his friends get along. New friends for Thomas. 2004 DVD. The storyteller uses Michael Angelos instead of Michael Brandon. Or Alec Baldwin. Because some of the episodes from season 6 and in season 7. First Thomas DVD from season 7. So yeah. Here's Thomas and the Jet Engine 2004 DVD. So yeah, I believe this is the first Michael Brandon Thomas DVD from Anchor Bay. Well, it does use Alec Baldwin and Michael Brandon. So yeah. On the VHS tape was the last Thomas VHS tape with Alec Baldwin. So yeah. Here's the early years, the complete first season. I have another copy of this right here, which I'll show you later. Here's disc 1 of this is actually the early years, the complete first season. Yes, all 26 episodes from season 1, which is the original UK version, and it's fully remastered. Here's disc 1. Well, in the regular DVDs, they uses those Thomas, Percy, and James's faces. So yeah, here's disc 1, disc 2, and hold on. Here's disc 3, which is on disc 3, just fun and games only. So yeah, and Sir Topham Hatt's commentary on the first Thomas episode. So yeah. Yep, really have to have the early years. Here's James Learns a Lesson 2005 DVD. Homemade DVD, but use the original content. Percy Saves the Day 2005 DVD. I remember I used to have the real copy of Percy Saves the Day, but I don't have it anymore. And so is my new copy I used to have, but not anymore. But I finally own it again, but this time I had the homemade ISO homemade DVD copy of Percy Saves the Day. I remember watching Percy Saves the Day from when I was a kid, as a child, but yeah, finally own it again. Here's Tom's Comes to Breakfast, the DVD from 2006. I remember Chase Floyd, Susie Pack forced me to buy Thomas Comes to Breakfast on VHS. When I did finally have Thomas Comes to Breakfast, but I only have the DVD. Yeah, the Thomas DVD from 2006. Yep. And here's Thomas Percy in the Dragon 2006 DVD. This time it's a real copy. Now here's the real copy. This is not a homemade burn copy. So yeah. Yep. I had this for a long time. Yeah, it has some scratches. But it does. I'm not sure it might skip and glitch and mess up a little bit, but only at the DVD trailer. So yeah. But it only does it on a regular DVD player. Some regular DVD players. But it does work pretty good on a Blu-ray player, though, I believe. Here's Trust Thomas 2007 DVD. Yep. This DVD might still play okay. It scratches. Here's Thomas in a Special Letter and Other Stories 2007 DVD, the homemade DVD copy. Yeah, this is actually the most recent Thomas DVD to be owned, and I burned recently, and it worked fine. And originally, when I burned many times, it didn't even work properly. But now I finally have it again. I do have another copy of this that works, but it's actually my homemade copy only, my own version. Yep. And I really lucky to have the real copy of the 2007 DVD, and it worked fine. Worked pretty good with no issues at all. Now I don't have to worry about getting the real copy. Here's the only Thomas DVD, which is an ISO homemade copy, which is a 20th Century Fox Milkshake Muddle 2007 DVD. And it did work when I burned the disc, and it works fine. Worked pretty good. Yep. Yeah, this is a hit entertainment in 20th Century Fox. Milkshake Muddle. Thomas's Trusty Friends 2007 DVD. Well, just like On Site with Thomas, it wouldn't block on YouTube. I don't think I uploaded it yet, but I might. So yeah, Trusty Friends. Yep. I don't think the Thomas episodes uses in the actual Thomas series. I don't think it uses some special Thomas episodes. Now here's James Goes Buzz Buzz 2007 DVD. I do have another copy right here, which my other one I had recently is actually a Canadian copy, but this one used the American copy, which does have the Anchor Bay warning screen and the Anchor Bay logo on it, the Stars logo. So that means I'm keeping 2 copies. I used to have my ISO homemade copy DVD of Thomas's Halloween Adventures, but I got rid of it because I finally have the real copy of Halloween Adventures. So yeah, here's Daisy. Well, here's Percy Takes the Plunge 2008 DVD. It's kind of messed up, but that's only during the DVD menu. But it does work pretty good. The VHS is originally called Daisy, but yeah. Here's Thomas's Trackside Tunes 2008 DVD. I have another copy of Trackside Tunes, which is my own homemade DVD copy. Same thing as Thomas in the Special Letter. Rusty to the Rescue, and other Thomas stories. I think this is the last Thomas DVD ever made from Anchor Bay. But it's not the last Thomas DVD from Anchor Bay I'll show you. So yeah. There's Rusty to the Rescue. And other Thomas stories. So yeah. Here's Thomas and the Treasure 2008 DVD. Yep. I have Thomas and the Treasure. Thomas and Friends Henry and the Elephant 2008 DVD. Yep. It's a homemade DVD, but it uses the 2008 content. Thomas's Soldier Celebration. This is actually a 2009 Lionsgate reprint. Well, 2005 DVD originally it probably wouldn't fit, but the Lionsgate reprint does fit because on a Hit Extra it has a Fireman Sam instead of the 2005 Hit Extra stuff. So yeah, I'm planning to get the 2005 original DVD soon. So yeah, and I'm going to stay tuned for I think part 5. So yeah.